My only point is that I would argue that people in their 70s and 80s probably are pretty irrational. Okay, by the standards of anybody else, in terms of what they're attached to. I'd also argue that we fetishize the old, okay, in that all you need is one newspaper sob story about an old person who's got to move out of their home, okay, because they can't afford the new land value tax, and that's Georgism killed. Now, old people now, they didn't fight in World War II. They were at the bloody Isle of Wight Festival, pensioners now, right? You know, I understand why we are extremely deferential towards the generation of old people who I knew as I grew up, because they'd, you know, fought in the trenches, or in the case of my great uncle, being a rear gunner in a Lancaster bomber in 50 missions over occupied Europe.
And as the people,
I don't want to move that guy out of his home. The current old people, they're crap.
As the people,
they're rubbish. They're totally
the people
rubbish.
For whom those
they had
were old
final
people,
salary pensions. Okay, you know. They're not proper old people.
People get older. I think people have this deep respect for elders because they've fought in the trenches, as you say, and then they themselves get older, and they've sort of internalized this. Well, you've really got to respect your elders thing, realizing that maybe the reasons why we had that particular respect don't continue to.